And let's put frijoles. Let's try it. Oh my God. Good morning, friends and family. Today is a snowy morning. In today's episode, we're gonna be cooking chilaquiles and huevos rancheros. I don't know if you have ever tried them before, but I'm gonna be doing the Mexican chilaquiles and huevos rancheros, veganized, all plant-based. Okay, friends and family, I'm ready. I'm awake. I have my hat on. Let's go to the Mexican convenience store. Well, friends and family, I'm already here at the convenience store, Sam's Latin Market. If you, it doesn't show. Chile guajillo, the one that we are getting today. The frijoles or beans, raw beans. Good morning, friends and family, and we are just back from the grocery store. As you saw, I went to buy chile guajillos, some instant corn flour for my tortillas, and I already have pretty much the rest of the ingredients. But first, let me welcome to a new episode. I'm your host, Juan and Beyond, and I'm super proud and happy to be broadcast at TELUS Hive. Thank you very much. Welcome. We have all the ingredients. As I mentioned, we're gonna be cooking a Mexican breakfast, but today we're gonna make it plant-based. For all my friends and family that are watching, that are curious about plant-based diet, this is a perfect option because it's healthy, it's easy to cook, and it's delicious. For me, as a Mexican, I want to keep the traditional flavors and the taste, but cook my food and my meals with just plants. Okay, so we are all ready. Bruno is ready. Mate is ready. It's cooking time! Okay, I'm gonna go through all the ingredients so you can take notes or just make sure to gather them in your kitchen as well. We have chiles guajillos. We can use from 5 to 8 chiles guajillos depending on the size. Don't worry, they are not spicy. It is just to add color and flavor to our chilaquiles. As I mentioned before, chilaquiles can be made red or green. Today we're gonna cook them red because those are my favorite. Then we will need 5 tomatoes, green tomatoes, or tomatillos, how we call them in Mexico. Then we're gonna have an onion, half or full onion, we'll see, and 1 clove or garlic. This time we have a head of garlic, but we're just gonna use 1. That's pretty much all the ingredients. Of course, we're gonna have salt on it, but yeah, those are the ingredients for our salsa of chilaquiles, and we can put them some cilantro, of course. I always like to add cilantro on my salsas. Then for the scrambled tofu, you can find a tofu in pretty much everywhere, in grocery stores, convenience stores, and it's super high in protein. So if you haven't tried or taste tofu, it doesn't have any flavor, but the consistency of the tofu help us to replace the consistency of eggs or some meats. And the amazing thing of tofu is that you can add pretty much any flavor. So instead of adding the ingredients that you will put or cook on your scrambled tofu, you can use pretty much all the same ingredients but replace the eggs in case you feel adventurous. Okay, so for the scrambled tofu, we're gonna use the tofu. We're gonna use 1 tomato, red tomato, a little bit of onion, and serrano pepper. Serrano pepper could be spicy, so you can add just a little bit, one, or pretty much none, like not serrano at all. Then that's for our scrambled tofu. For the chilaquiles, we're gonna use instant corn flour. I'll show you how to cook them, and water is very simple. And we're gonna use some plates. I'll show you some tricks to make tortillas from scratch using 2 plates and a plastic bag, 1 or 2 plastic bag. You will see, if you keep watching, you will see and learn how to make tortillas from scratch. Almost forgot about some important ingredients for the chilaquiles. We're gonna be using plant-based cheese, and we're gonna be using mayonnaise, plant-based as well. There is so many brands out there in this episode, because we are broadcasting to TELUS platform and TELUS YouTube online. We are not allowed to show brands, but if you are wondering what are the brands that I'm using or my favorite plant-based brands, you can go and visit my Instagram account, my YouTube account, everything under Juan and Beyond, and I show you the behind the scenes, and also I'll show you all my favorite brands that I like to use when I cook plant-based recipes. Okay, and then I had noticed that a lot of my friends, they like beans, but they buy them canned beans. For me, that's not very common. I learned since I was a kid how to cook raw beans, and when I tell this to my friends, they are surprised. They think that I spend a lot of time cooking beans, but not really. If you have an instant cooking pot, it is super helpful and easy. If you don't have it, it's still very it is still very easy to do. I'll show you how in this episode how to cook raw beans from scratch. Then what else? We have the chilaquiles, we have the scrambled tofu ranchero, and we have the salsa. I think that's pretty much. So let's start with the tortillas. Okay, to start making our tortillas, we will need 2 flour of instant corn tortillas. We're gonna use 2 cups of instant corn flour and 1.5 cup of water. Okay, I'm gonna use this plate to put my 2 flour, 2 cups of instant corn tortilla. And then 1.5, but always make sure to do it yourself. I'm not one of those people that follow everything by the book. I like to have fun, be creative, and also keep an eye on everything that you do. That's my biggest advice to you. So let's put some water. It says 1.5. Okay. And you can put it I'm gonna be there, just start checking if it makes sense. I'm gonna use a spoon. As we are making this, I'm gonna share some stories with you as well. In Mexico, we don't really make our own tortillas. I just learned how to make tortillas when I moved to Canada, and that was 6 years ago. Why we don't make tortillas? You will wonder. If in Mexico we eat every day with a tortilla, like seriously, there is some people that cannot eat without a tortilla. And not necessarily because we just eat tacos. It is because we use it as a, I don't know, like a side, like a piece of bread when we are eating. But the reality of why Mexicans don't know how to make their own tortillas is because there is a tortilla shop in almost every corner. Like in every neighborhood, of course you will get like you will have a tortilla shop or a store, which means that the only product that they will sell is a tortilla. It is a tortilla, which is very uncommon to see here in Canada. Like you will get tortillas in the convenience store, in the grocery stores, but there is not a store that just sells tortillas. And that's just because in Mexico, as you see, I think I need more water than 1.5 cups. So I'll be putting another cup and then mix it. The consistency of my maize should be like, it shouldn't be very sticky. I'm gonna start grabbing it with my hands, but this is looking much better. Okay, I think that will look good. Now I'm gonna be using my hands. Oops, probably I put a little bit too much water, but that's okay because this episode is to show you how to make tortillas, and if you run into this scenario when you are making tortillas, like it is very sticky, as you can see, like I shouldn't be getting my hands with so many maize. So I'm gonna wash my hands right now. And what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of more flour. Add a little bit more flour. So this is a good trick. We're gonna combine it, and it will help us to soak all that extra water. It's looking very good. Super nice, consistent, and that's what we want. So even I love cleaning the plate with the maize. At the same time that we're gonna be cooking all our chilaquiles, scrambled tofu, I'm gonna start making the raw beans. I'm gonna put my raw beans in my instant pot, and I'm gonna add water depending on how much beans do you have. My advice is like to add at least 5 fingers of extra water on for your beans. So let me show you that. And we're gonna use half of the onion, a bunch of cilantro, I already have garlic cloves here, so we're gonna use 2 garlic cloves. What I really like to do is to cut them so the flavor it's better. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put the cilantro, the onion, and the garlic clove in the beans pot. Don't add salt yet. Two important things when cooking beans. 1, if you're adding 1 cup of beans, make sure to add at least 5 cups of water. Hopefully that makes sense. And then never add salt from the start. Salt is added until the end, when the beans are soft and tender. Like when they are all cooked, we add the salt until it's ready, not before, because if you add salt from the start, they will never cook soft. They always gonna be hard. I'm not sure why it does that, but that's a good advice. Okay, Moving on, and let's continue doing the tortillas. This is a fun part. So use any plastic that you have on your at home. Obviously it should be clean. Okay, perfect. So what we're gonna do is either you use a cutting board or 2 plates. Today I'm gonna use 2 plates. Upside down, we put the plate, and then we put in one side the plastic bag. So that will allow us to make the tortilla without stitching it. Then we're gonna start heating our pan. It should be super hot before putting the tortilla, so it doesn't get a stick. Let me see how it is called. Stick. See, so it doesn't stick. Then I'm gonna grab a small bowl from the maize, la masa in Spanish, and I'm gonna put it there. It doesn't have to be a specific size, but I like to do it this side, like small bowl. Then I'm gonna cover it with the other half of my plastic bag and then push softly. Make some pressure. And voila! Voila! I'll show you. We have the tortilla right here. Okay, we have our tortilla and we're gonna remove it from the plastic and then put it there on the pan. And then we can grab the pan and start moving it. Just for a few seconds you can start moving it like that. And then once this side is ready, we're gonna move it to the other side. Okay, because we're gonna be making at least 20 tortillas, I'm gonna put another pan so I can start making them faster, and I'll be showing you how to do it, and you will get the experience and you will see how I improve from my first tortilla to the last tortilla. Okay, so this is my first tortilla, and oh, this smell is just like delicious. I'm gonna eat it so you guys can get the ooh, it's hard, the whole experience. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna be making first my tortilla balls. I think the other one was a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna make them smaller. This is the size that we want to get. We have around 20 tortillas, which I think is good enough. You can make more or less, but yeah, these are gonna be all our tortillas. Here, I'm gonna put them, then I press. This one is very small, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it in the smaller pan. I'm just gonna leave it there. And then I'll take the other one. Because we are making chilaquiles, it doesn't really matter as much of the size. And because they are homemade, it's good if we have different sizes. And I'm making them a little bit smaller just because we're making chilaquiles. I like it, but you can do different sizes. Hey friends and family, we are making homemade tortillas. Homemade tortillas are fun because it's like same kind of thing as making pancakes. You know, like there will be some people that make some beautiful regular size of pancakes, but there will be some other that they like to have different sizes of pancakes. Okay, let's count how many tortillas we have. 1, 2, this one is a little bit burned, still works. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have 12, and my honest opinion is that from 12, I just have 4 tortillas in a perfect shape, in my opinion. The rest are like sopes, very small, but it's still fine. And for the purpose of this episode, I'm gonna be using these tortillas that I got from the convenience store as well, so you can see how I cook these ones. These ones are the ones that I got from the grocery store. These ones have a different consistency. To be honest, even if these ones are in different shades, the smell and the texture and consistency of this one reminds me more to Mexico than this one. Don't get me wrong, I love these ones, but I think the ones that I just made, just because they are homemade, they are special for me. Okay, so we have to let cool down the tortillas so they are not hot. As you can see, tortillas are super similar to pancakes in a sense that they can have different sizes. They don't need necessarily to be the same size. Obviously, people who are expert making tortillas are gonna look at my tortillas and they will say like, oh my god, those are not tortillas, or those tortillas doesn't look very nice. They don't look very nice, but that's okay. Kitchen is to have fun, and I'm just a guy enjoying sharing my recipes. Let me know what you think about this approach of cooking. But my approach is creativity, entertainment, and fun are essential for life, not just for the kitchen. Okay, now we have those tortillas that I bought at the grocery store and homemade tortillas. We're gonna use both and you will see the difference, which ones you like and which ones are better for you. Now that we have them here, we're gonna cut them in half. Then we're gonna take 1/2. The pile is better because that saves us a lot of time. Then we're gonna cut it in a triangle, and we have already a pile of triangle tortillas. Then we're gonna do the same in the other side, and we have 3 triangle piles of tortillas made on one. Then we're gonna do the same with the other half. Perfect. In the meantime, as I mentioned, these chilaquiles are a little bit healthier because we are not using oil. We're not gonna fry the tortillas. We are gonna toast them in the oven. So I'm gonna preheat my oven and I'm gonna put it in a grill mode of 500 Fahrenheit. So it has to be very cold, not very hot inside. Okay, let's do it. Broil 500 Fahrenheit. Okay, so these ones, the homemade, these ones are not gonna be triangle, but chilaquiles are fun. Kitchen is fun, so don't stress. I have a lot of friends and family that get a lot of stress when they cook, and that's why they stop cooking. Cooking is just to, as much as you cook, the better you get, like everything in life. Triangle, half circle of chilaquiles, and this one that is a little bit bigger, I'm gonna do smaller triangles as well. So I'm gonna cut them here. And I think these are gonna be tiny triangles, and these small triangles are cute. Then I'm gonna try to put them as close as possible. You can use baking paper if you have. I don't have, I won't put it, and that's okay. And I'm gonna set a time because otherwise I can get lost. Let's set a time of 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna put them like this. And that one I will need to be more careful. We are ready to start making the salsa. But first, let's check the beans. It has passed already 1 hour. This is a very good example that we need to add more water. Let me show you. We're gonna add water. And that will be enough. So they still have enough water to move, and I'm gonna add a little bit of more time into it. 30 minutes. Okay, so we are gonna do the salsa roja. We're gonna put 5 tomatoes, green tomatoes or tomatillo, and we're gonna do 5 to 8 chiles guajillo. The smell is delicious. I'm gonna cut the head. I'm gonna take out the seeds. And I'm gonna put some water. In the kitchen, we always have to multitask. So let's check the very careful. Yeah, some of those are already good. I'll start taking. Okay, so the ones that are ready, we're gonna start putting them here. As you can see, that's the consistency that we want, a chip. Very good. So these ones still need a little bit more time. Okay, we were doing the salsa, so I'll take the tomatoes, the 5 tomatoes. I'm gonna put 2 garlic cloves and a bunch of cilantro. I know that a lot of people don't like cilantro. If you are a person who tastes the cilantro like soap, don't put them. Don't worry. If you don't like cilantro, that's okay. You can have it without cilantro. I'll start with 1 cup. 3. No, 4. Yes, 4 water. 4 cups of water. Some of the chips. Yes, some of them are ready. The tortilla chips that I got from the convenience store are ready. The homemade tortillas need a little bit more time. Let's start with the scrambled tofu Mexicano, no, Ranchero. Let's start with the scrambled tofu Ranchero. If you have ever been in Mexico or in a Mexican restaurant, breakfast will have Huevos Rancheros, which means cowboy eggs, translated. But right now we're gonna do scrambled tofu rancheros, plant-based. Okay, so if you have never bought tofu, you will need to dry the tofu because it comes with a liquid. There's some tofu press. If you have one of those tofu press, that's awesome. Okay, let's cut it in half. You see, the tofu comes with some water, and because I don't have a tofu press, I'll use my hands. Once it's there, I'll take them out of the package and I'll do the same. And let me check the tortillas because the oven is very warm and I don't want them to get burned. Yeah, some of those we are ready. Look, these are the homemade. Did you hear that? No? Okay. Did you hear that? This is a crunchy, the consistent that we want to get. Mmm. 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 Tofu doesn't have any flavor. The consistent, it is like a cheese. The consistency, it is, yeah, similar as the cheese, but the taste is not any similar to the cheese. But you can add any flavor to tofu. That's the amazing skills that tofu has. Okay, we're gonna do some scramble. I like to do it with hands, to be honest, but just for the show, I won't do it with hands. We will get the texture and consistent of scrambled egg. Remember, kitchen is about multitasking because they can get burned like these ones. But that's okay. I like it. I like the color. It is a little bit brown, but brown it's okay. In fact, we love brown. as we were smashing our tofu, garlic, well, two. I love garlic. You can put one or two depending on your taste. One ingredient that I didn't mention at the beginning of this episode, just because I want you to pay very careful attention, is turmeric, pepper, and salt. Every chef, every person has their own style in the kitchen, and my style is this. We're gonna put turmeric. If you want to use a spoon, let's put like half a spoon, and then we put some pepper, black pepper, ground black pepper. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of salt. You can put it as your taste. There is so many different ways to cut the onion, but I like to cut them in squares. First one side, and then the other. If you are an oil person or a person that like cooking with oil, go ahead. You are free to do so, but I'm free not to use oil as well. Let me know in your comments, what are your thoughts about that? We're gonna add it in the pan, and we're gonna put the scrambled tofu there. To be an authentic scrambled tofu ranchero, we need to add cilantro. But like I said, if you don't like cilantro, don't add it. And if you don't like any or some of the ingredients that I'm using, do it yourself. It's just about having fun, experimenting in the kitchen. The cilantro. And the kitchen is smelling delicious already. Nice. This is good. The beans are ready. Let me show you. They are very soft. It's now time to add the salt. I put a full soup spoon size of salt because it's a lot of beans. Full spoon of salt. Oh my God. This is smelling like a Mexican kitchen. So we tried the tortillas that we got from the grocery store. We did the homemade tortilla chips, triangle shapes, and we went creative and cut them in half as well. As you can see, I didn't stress about, oh my God, the tortillas are not looking very good. Oh my God, the shape, the measures. I'm the guy who likes sharing recipes and be flexible with them. If you like my style, keep watching this video. I'm gonna use this spoon because first I want to not grab as many water, and I'll be adding the onion. Sorry, I was just thinking in my head, I forgot the onion, but I will put it there. They could be steamed or they could be raw. Okay, I'm gonna cut like 3/4 of onion. Put it there. Look at those colors. They are great. I'm gonna put some water so we have more. So the consistency will depend on you, but I'll tell you my advice. So now we can use a spoon, and the consistency is just perfect. I'll be adding half a spoon of salt. Half a spoon. I'm gonna put it in a container. Look at this. Beautiful. Here. The salsa is ready. Let's take a look to our scrambled tofu. I think it's ready. Yeah, it is ready. And because we don't want to be super spicy, we're just gonna add the chile serrano. We're gonna add the chile serrano to add an extra flavor. Amazing. Be proud of what we just did. We just did homemade chips. They are beautiful. I like them. I love the color. I love the shapes. We were creative. We use our resources and our creativity. Now I'm gonna put it on a pan. Do this step. Some people want. I like to do it. Then I will use the cheese. Use the same cheese that you use for quesadillas or for even pizza. This one is plant-based cheese. So I'm gonna put it there, and then I'm gonna put another half of the rest of the chips, tortilla chips, and just cut it like this. And then it's a beautiful, authentic chile guajillo salsa. I love it. I'm proud of what we just did. And I will put it here. Look at this. Hopefully the camera, hopefully my editing skills are able to witness this color or to communicate and transmit this whole experience. It is amazing. Cool. Now we're just gonna heat it for 5 minutes on the oven, medium, with a lid on it. I like to put onion on top of my chilaquiles. Let me introduce you to our authentic, let's put here, Mexican plant-based chilaquiles and scrambled tofu rancheros. Here we go. Let's first introduce our chilaquiles. Do you have a close-up of the chilaquiles? Yes. Okay, voila. They smell delicious. So you can see, oh, it was super hot. You can see that they are ready. Look at these delicious chilaquiles. Authentic Mexican chilaquiles. Let me put a little bit more because I'm hungry. Nice. Now the huevo, this scrambled huevo ranchero. And let's put frijoles. Look at this beautiful breakfast that we are creating. Almost ready. Be patient. We're gonna sprinkle some onion in the chilaquiles, sparkling some cilantro, fresh cilantro, more onion. We have a little bit of left avocado. You could have avocado as well. If you want it, you can make it as part of the recipe. As I've been mentioning, kitchen is to have fun. And we are not a high-level cuisine. We are a real Mexican cuisine. And avocado sometimes it comes like that and it's still super delicious and with a lot of flavor. So don't judge. Then, because it's plant-based, we are using, there's two options. We can use, three options, but here on this episode, we are just using two. We can use mayonnaise, plant-based mayonnaise, or salad dressing, plant-based, or sour cream, plant-based. Then let's add the topping. Nice. And we can put a little bit of extra salsa on the Huevos Rancheros and in the chilaquiles. Look at those colors. Look at those shades, and we didn't get stressed. We didn't got frustrated. We overcome those challenges. We overcome the shapes, the sizes of our tortillas. We face them with very calm and harmonic posture, and we got very good results. So I like to share this with you because I know that some of you are very afraid of having a breakfast or cooking your own breakfast, but it could be very fun. This is my side of the story. Let's take some pictures, thumbnails before we eat them, and B-rolls, and I hope that you enjoyed this episode. As usual, thank you very much, TELUS. I'm your host, Juan and Beyond. It's cooking time. Until the next cooking time. I'm more than ready. The smells is amazing. The moment of truth. I'm gonna taste my chilaquiles. The consistency is delicious. Let's try it. Oh my God. I'm surprised about the results of these chilaquiles. I'm impressed. I love them. I wish you were here with me having breakfast for real. And let's try the beans. A little bit of scrambled tofu ranchero. I honestly don't know if scrambled tofu ranchero is a thing, but if not, hey, I just create a new recipe by Juan and Beyond, scrambled tofu ranchero. Love it. And then let's put it a little bit of avocado. And this is why I decided to share this experience with you. I really hope that you enjoy it as much as I did. Remember to follow me on my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube account. We are now broadcast by TELUS Hive. Thank you very much for watching. Keep watching the next episode. Have a good day, friends and family.